Well, fellow PMPs, it happened. The California legislature passed and Governor Newsom signed AB 1788, a bill which greatly restricts the use of second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides. So in this video, we're going to look at the products that have been affected and some alternatives you can use in their place. One very important thing to understand about the bill, it is not a ban on all rodenticides. It's simply a restriction on many of the uses of second-generation anticoagulants. There are also some exemptions which will allow for the continued use of second gens in certain situations. The exemptions in the bill are for, quote, agricultural activities and exempt things like wineries, breweries, and food processing facilities. Let's talk about the products affected by the bill, the second-generation anticoagulants. Let's talk about their characteristics, and let's talk about the products affected. One last thing, we recommend an integrated pest management approach to your rodent control program. In this video, we're only going to talk about chemical control using baits. However, we believe that techniques such as trapping, monitoring, and exclusion will lead to a better rodent management program. Okay, let's talk about the second-generation anticoagulants. There are 4 active ingredients in this category, and to reiterate, these are the only active ingredients affected by this legislation. Second-generation anticoagulants have some common traits, the first of which is they thin blood to the extreme and inhibit the blood's ability to clot. Generally, a single feeding will kill the rodent. That rodent will die within 4 to 6 days, and one of the important features that the second gens have that we lose with some of the alternatives is it has an antidote, vitamin K1. There are 4 second-gen active ingredients affected by the legislation. They are brodifacoum, bromadiolone, difenacoum, and difethialone. Brodifacoum is found in Syngenta's Talon family of products and Bell Labs' Final family of products. Bromadiolone is easily the most used active ingredient in the second-gen category. You'll find it in the professional market in Bell Labs' Contract family of products, as well as Leafitech's Mackie family of products and their Resolve soft baits. Difenacoum isn't commonly used in the professional market, so we won't spend any time on it, but you may find it in some over-the-counter products. And the last of the second gens, difethialone, is produced for the professional market primarily by Leafitech. You'll find difethialone in the Generation products, the Blue Max products, and First Strike soft baits. Okay, those were the second generation anticoagulants, the only products affected by the legislation. Let's now look at other baits that can be used in place of the second generation anticoagulants. Let's start with the first generation anticoagulants. The first generation anticoagulants have the same mode of action as the second gens, in that they reduce the blood's ability to clot. The main difference, however, is first generation anticoagulants require multiple feedings to reach a lethal dose. Sometimes this can result in bait shyness. They're effective in about 4 to 6 days, and like the second gens, they do have the antidote, vitamin K1. There are 3 active ingredients in the first generation anticoagulant category. They are chlorphacinone, diphacinone, and warfarin. Chlorphacinone is found in Rosol tracking powder by Leafitech and Leafitech's new soft bait called Flatline, which is registered in the United States but not yet registered in California. You'll find diphacinone in Bell Labs' Ditrac family of products, as well as their Liquitox 2. You'll also find it in JT Eaton bait blocks, as well as Adios combo bait. And finally, the original warfarin is found only in the professional market in kaput, rat, and mouse bait. The next category of potential replacements are the bromethalin-based products. Bromethalin is a neurotoxin. It prevents energy production within the cells. It's a great clean-out product because it's very fast, 2 to 3 days on average. You'll find bromethalin in Leafitech's Takedown soft bait and Bell Labs Fast Track family of products. Finally, the last potential replacement are the Cholecalciferol based products. Cholecalciferol is a calcium liberator. It works by releasing calcium into the bloodstream, causing hypercalcification. There is no antidote, so be careful using it around non-targets. The good news is, even though there's not an antidote, it takes about 2 pounds of 0.075% rodenticide to reach the LD50 for a 22-pound dog. Cholecalciferol works relatively quickly, typically in 3 to 5 days. One difference you may notice when using cholecalciferol products is that less bait is typically used because it causes a cessation of feeding. You should still see good results, however, see them with less bait taken. You'll find cholecalciferol in BASF's Cilantro soft bait, as well as Bell Labs Terad 3 blocks. To recap, you realistically have 3 choices to replace the second generation anticoagulant rodenticides. The first is the first generation anticoagulants, second is bromethalin based products, and finally cholecalciferol based products. So there you have it. Those are the second generation anticoagulants and their alternatives. Below we have links to our website and other important documents. Geotech Supply has a full range of products and an on-staff entomologist to help with technical questions. We have offices in Northern and Southern California, and we'd love to get to know you. Call or click to reach us, and until next time, thanks for joining us.